In this episode of Modern Aging, we'll be covering all the different options available to you when it comes to selling your home and moving on to your next chapter in life. Enjoy the show. My guest right now is Jeff. He is part of Home at Last. He is a real estate broker. He's going to be talking to us a little bit about selling a home. Jeff, thank you for being here.
Good morning, Daisy. Thank you for inviting me.
Absolutely. I understand you're an expert in real estate.
I am a real estate broker both in New York and New Jersey for over 30 years. I have a lot of experience with real estate. I have a lot of experience with construction, remodeling, and so forth. Yes, I do.
So when it comes to real estate, right, everyone always wants to know the same questions. It's a buyer's market or a seller's market, but everything is affected by the conditions. So in your line of work and the type of business and services that you provide, how does that affect the market right now?
It still is a seller's market, but we're in a niche situation where we're dealing with properties that need to be sold in exchanging their equity for care in most cases.
Getting a home ready. So once you're putting a house on the market for sale, it's no longer a home. Now it's a house for sale. So how does one prepare the house right now? What is important when it comes to preparing a home for sale?
Well, we offer a free evaluation where we walk in and we do an inspection of the property. There are a lot of hazards, both environmental as well as physical hazards, that we point out to the homeowner, requesting to possibly repair or eliminate.
Environmental, like, what do you mean?
A lot of older homes still have oil tanks in the Northeast. That's prevalent. There are oil tanks that are buried outside underneath the ground, and a lot of people are not aware whether they have leaked or not, and that's a very strong indication there's a major problem.
So that's a very stressful situation. I'm sure buyers and sellers get very emotional when it comes to something like that. You have services that can provide for these people that have these issues. And when you come and you look at a property, are you looking at these things as well?
We are a full service company where we offer solutions for any problem or any situation when it comes to real estate. We offer environmental solutions. We offer solutions to any title issues. We offer solutions with the home itself, obviously.
Mm-hmm. So for your service, when you are evaluating a home, what is the time frame? What does that look like for someone who needs to sell their home right away?
There are a lot of different solutions there. We first evaluate the property, we evaluate the situation when it comes to title, when it comes to the preparation of the house for sale, environmental issues like I pointed out. That really will determine the time frame that we have until we can close and buy it or help sell it.
Are there seasonal trends when it comes to real estate? Is someone like looking at seasonal trends, meaning is there a time of year that is better or not? I mean, if they really need to sell, does that really matter?
If they really need to sell, we work 365 days a year. There are no particular time frames when it comes to needed sales. There are high points in the year. The summer months, the spring months are more family orientated, where they have to get the kids into the school system. But for us, being in a niche situation, it doesn't matter.
So Jeff, what sets you apart from other real estate?
Well, as an experienced real estate broker, as an experienced contractor and rehabber, I have a lot of experience in the building field. So when I go in and evaluate the property itself, I can help determine what needs to be repaired. And as a contractor, we're able to make those repairs for the homeowner. At the same time, if the property needs staging, we also stage the property before we sell it retail. Staged homes will sell 10 times faster than a property that's in disarray and needs repairs, because most likely 90% of the time the buyers will hire a home inspector to inspect the property, go over all the details, all the different systems, the electrical, the plumbing, any asbestos, any underground oil tanks. That's inspected before and remedied and taken care of prior to listing the property.
What kind of advice can you give us for the viewers if they're looking into selling?
All right. Well, the advice that I would give your viewers, if you're working with me, I would ask the sellers to prepare any paperwork they would have, such as the deed, their old deed, their title, any survey of the property, any known issues with the environmental issues, whether there's an underground oil tank outside or if it's inside, if there's any asbestos in the house itself. Beyond that, we would inspect the property along with a walkthrough with the owner.
So I've been doing reverse mortgages for 34 years exclusively. And in that time, I've learned from many of my borrowers, their number one concern in their life, it's not about passing away, which we're all going to pass away eventually. It's about running out of money at the end of the day. With high interest rates that we have today in this economy, with the high rate of taxes, insurance, groceries, you name it, many of our clients are on a fixed income, and some only receive $1,000, $1,200, $1,500 a month. And it's very, very hard for them to be able to afford things that they could have afforded 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago. But here they have a lot of equity in their home. They can't afford to take out a regular conventional mortgage where they have to make payments on it. So the benefit of the reverse mortgage is it gives them the opportunity to tap into a portion of that equity, use it to pay bills, pay off credit cards, pay off a mortgage if they have a mortgage, do things like in-home health care in case you need someone to come in and take care of them. Again, pay their property charges, their insurance. The list goes on and on and on and on. But with the reverse mortgage, unlike a conventional mortgage, you never have to make a payment back on it for as long as you live in and own the property. Once you pass away or sell the property, whichever comes first, the lender does not get the home, it's going to go to the estate. So in 34 years of doing reverse mortgages, I have a little segment that I call the good, the bad, and the ugly of the reverse mortgage program. Again, it's not for everybody. You must educate yourself in order to learn what these are. For instance, they're very expensive. One of the downsides of the reverse mortgage is it costs a lot of money. For instance, a home with a value of, say, $500,000, it could easily run $18,000 in closing costs. They're all financed, but it's expensive. The benefit of it, though, is you can borrow the equity out of your home with a reverse mortgage, finance these fees, and never have to make a monthly payment back on the money you borrow. That's probably one of the biggest criticisms of the reverse mortgage. But remember, it is a HUD or a government-approved loan, and part of those fees have to go to the government to take care of the program itself. Number two, another large problem is it's going to potentially eat up a lot of the equity in the home. Because if I give out $200,000 today, and there's an interest rate about 6.4% right now, that mortgage balance is going to grow. And the longer you live in the home, the higher that mortgage balance goes. There's a potential that it could eat up all the equity in your home. So if you have a special needs child maybe that you need that house to go to, and it has to become free and clear when you pass away to give to that child, the reverse mortgage may not be for you. And in our review of your life, what you're trying to do with the reverse, we want to get this information out from you. We want to make sure the loan is structured according to your needs, that you understand the good, the bad, and the ugly of the program, because you have to make the decision. You've got to educate yourself and your trusted advisors, whether it's your children, your financial planner, your attorney. They should know all about what you're doing as well. But please remember, educate yourself on how the reverse mortgage works.
Hi, Audrey from Right Touch Organizing, here to give you some great tips on how to stage your home for sale. One of the things I tell my clients is that they need to deep clean their home before they get it ready to put on the market. What exactly do I mean by that? Well, you should go from the front to the back of your home and take a good hard look at what's around you. If you've lived in your home for any period of time, you may not notice what it really looks like to outsiders. So I tell my clients, go to your front of your house and see when was the last time those windows were cleaned. When did you last paint your front door? Are the walls dirty? Do they have holes, any marks, any ridges on them? Have them repainted. Painting your home is one of the best things you can do to increase the value. One of the things that will pay off greatly is to have a handyman go through your home and make any necessary repairs. So if you have any leaky faucets, broken windows or caulking in the bathrooms that need to be done, this is a great time to do it. These and other things that you do when you deep clean your house will get you the best value and top dollar for your home. Audrey Tesora, working together to make life simple.
Hi, I'm Linda with Linda Soto Cleaning. Odors in your home. We all have them in our homes. We don't smell them, but other people can. I have some tips and tricks to get rid of them. Window treatment, bedding, carpets, all of those absorb odors in your home from cooking, from pets, from sweating. These should be washed regularly in the washer or with the steamer. We don't smell our own pets, but other people do. I have a tip how to get rid of pet smell. Wash your floors with laundry detergent. Also, you can wash all your walls. The house will smell fresh and clean. If you have questions about deep cleaning, call Linda Soto Cleaning. One call cleans it all.
Welcome back. We just got some really great tips on how to sell your home, how to prepare to sell your home. And now, what if you don't want to do all that work? What if you don't want to be bothered with all those different things that you need to do? What if you're in a hurry? And what if you really, really need to sell the house immediately? So we have here today Dr. Scott. He is with Home at Last. He is joining us today, and he's going to bring us some information on how to get rid of your house immediately. Dr. Scott, thank you for being here.
Thank you, Daisy. I'm Dr. Scott Cavagnolo. I am a chiropractic physician in New Jersey. I am a former senior move manager, and I am also now a senior transition specialist.
What does that really mean? How important is that to the viewers that are watching this right now?
Well, senior transition specialist is a new term. It is a new thing in the senior living industry. We are a huge help to the seniors, their families, and the senior living communities and other people in the senior living industry at large.
So what is it exactly that someone would expect from your service? Like if they need to get rid of their house, if now they need to move into an assisted living or the next chapter in life, what would your service do for them?
Many people have most of their equity in their homes. And when it comes to moving into a senior living community or even downsizing into, say, a 55 and over, they need to tap into that resource. And that's where we're a huge help. So we do really a couple of different things. One is we can buy the home as is with all the stuff, which will save people a lot of headaches, and get them the capital that they need right away in order to move into a senior living community. We can also help fix it up. We are a general contractor. And then finally, we are a broker. We can actually help sell the property the old-fashioned way.
So do you buy homes in any conditions? Are there restrictions to when you're looking at something? Are you going to come to a house, and how are you going to evaluate that?
We do buy it in any condition. So when we buy a home, we will buy it as is, meaning the condition it's in. We will buy it with all the stuff. They can take what they want and need and then leave the rest, and then we'll take care of that on our end. We even do things like sometimes people have unpaid HOA fees or other things that may get in the way of a sale. We'll inherit that as well, which is a huge help to these seniors in their transition process.
What is the timeline? What does that look like from the time that you come and do an evaluation to closing?
It varies. I mean, I wish I could give you a definitive answer on that. We try to make it happen with the we buy it as quickly as possible because we know that that senior needs the money, the funds to move into a community right away. And we can make that happen actually in a matter of weeks versus in a number of months it would take to put it up on the retail market, maybe get it retail ready, and then sell it the old-fashioned way. So we could actually make it happen in a matter of weeks.
So Scott, tell us a little bit about what fees are associated, because if someone is looking to go through this service with you, what are they looking at? Like, what is the cost to them?
That's another great question. We really don't charge. Our initial assessment is free. And then after that, basically we're paying the senior because usually we're buying their home from them as is. There's really no other fees associated with that. If we do some general contracting work without buying it from them, then of course we're charging them for the general contracting work. And then finally, if we do list it as a broker, we do take a commission in order to make that sale happen. But we are the realtor, the broker, so we can actually set that commission and make it as affordable for the folks as possible so that they can get the money, the capital they need in order to move on.
It's a very interesting service, and it is great, especially for someone who is moving on to their next chapter.
Right.
How, if you were coming to my house and that is where I'm at, I need to get rid of my house, how do I prepare for your service to come in? Like, what should I do? You know, like some people clean the house before the cleaning lady
Right.
comes. What should I do if you're coming?
I would say basically don't do anything. We like to see it in its raw state and with all the stuff. So I would encourage people not to really do anything, except for prepare by having a family member or friend to be another set of eyes and ears when we do the assessment and then give our analysis of it, because it's always good to have another person involved. We're very transparent, so we do encourage people to have someone else there with them.
When it comes to doing services, like let's say if my house needed a ton of repairs, do you have those services available, or is that how you work?
Well, like I said before, we are a general contractor, so we do a lot of the repairs and get homes up to retail readiness. We are also a hub, a resource for other individuals in the senior living industry, like organizers or senior move managers that would do some organizing and sorting and packing if they need that. We are also privy to other moving companies and other people in the senior living industry that may be of need or assistance to those folks.
Tell me a little bit about a crisis situation that we were just talking about the other day. You were expressing to me that you had helped a client that really needed your services at that moment. It was some crisis situation. Can you tell us about that?
Sure, Daisy. I mean, unfortunately, many folks wait until there is a crisis in order to make a move. And we do our best, our very best, to help handle that situation if it is a crisis. So, for example, we did have a man who was a severe diabetic, severe neuropathy, and he had to move out right away because his health was in jeopardy. So what we did was we wound up, because he had all his money tied up in his property, putting up money for him to get into a senior living community right away so that his health could be addressed, and then fix up the place, then sell it, and then take the money out of that after we've already closed on the place. So this way, he's now safely in a senior living community. He's getting the help and care he needs, and we're taking care of everything on the back end. And this helps, especially in a crisis mode like that, it to happen along much quicker by putting the money up front so he could start living in that senior living community. We even furnished the place for him as well.
I want to thank Dr. Scott and Jeff for all the help they gave me. I wouldn't be alive without them at this point. And I hope them, wish them luck. I wish everybody luck that helped me here. Thank you.
That's amazing. I don't know too many people that know that that's something that's available for someone like that. When it comes to safety and protecting the seniors, because I'm sure a lot of people think, oh, somebody's going to come and offer me whatever. How does one protect themselves from like scams that are out there, little signs everywhere?
Sure. I mean, there's a lot of these so-called house buyers that are out there, and basically they're lowballing people. They're taking a lot of these properties for a lot under market value. Like I said, we really have a system and a formula in place to figure out a very fair price. And of course, we're very transparent, and we like to have family or friends involved in the decision-making process. Plus, we are working with a lot of these senior living communities, and we have to live up to a higher standard, as well as being a physician, which I have sort of an oath to maintain of being upfront and being honest and always taking people's health and their livelihoods in consideration. That's how I proceed in this senior transition specialist business.
Thank you for watching the Modern Aging Show. We hope you learned something valuable today. If you have any questions, please contact us at the email on your screen or visit our Modern Aging directory for more resources.